I'm not gonna get my chemistry.
We missed our.
Oh, we're doing this now?
We're doing it. I'm Dave. Wait. September
9th.
2013.
2013.
It's a Monday.
It was Monday. It's we missed the anniversary of our interview with Izzy by 5 days. It's been 5 years. But I feel like I'm interviewing you right now, so go ahead, buddy.
It has been 5 years since we last spoke. How have you guys been?
Fantastico.
Wow, what's happened in 5 years?
Yeah.
It has, actually. You guys have put out like 4.5 albums.
Wow.
Well, there could be a contention on that.
Yeah, let's not bring that up.
That's why I threw the 0.5 out there.
We've technically probably released maybe 1 or 2.
Right.
Yeah.
But still, 1 every year. Technically.
May not be new material.
A couple of best ofs. How do you guys feel? Like, how do you go about choosing your best of, or in this case, worst of Biff material?
That would be a question for Dave. Me and Seth had nothing to do with it.
Absolutely not.
I would dispute that. I believe.
Well, sure, maybe we recorded the songs, but other than putting the album together, that's all you're doing.
I think that I maybe offered for you guys to give some input on that, and then like when it didn't come in a timely manner, I forgoed your input and came up with it myself, because as you know, it was probably the 31st of December, and I was anxious to put out an album that year, so I probably threw it all together at the last minute. I tried to just pick what I thought were the best songs, basically.
Sweet.
Plus, of course, the 2 bonus tracks that were previously unreleased. 2 or 3. 3, actually. That's pretty good.
Was it there?
There's 3.
If you don't have bonus tracks that are previously unreleased,
What's the point of buying an album?
what's the point of doing the best of? Because no one's going to buy it.
New cover art. A lot of people love the cover art. I mean, Tool just redid their shit and put it in 4 different versions of cover.
Yeah, because their bank account was running a bit low.
I don't think so, man.
Well, you know, Joe, you may be on something. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to badmouth Tool. Of course,
I'm not bad-mouthing.
my
I'm
favorite
just saying,
band, but they were charging like $120 for that shit.
was it? No, I think
Yeah.
it was like, it wasn't that bad, because I know one of my friends was trying to buy a couple so he could resell at least one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I got to see one of those. Pretty sweet little
Yeah,
package.
it was neat.
But speaking of Tool, have your influences changed at all in the last 5 years? I think that was something we kind of touched on last time.
Sure. You guys wanted?
Well, nothing's
that
gone
one.
away from mine. But there's been a few things that are added, like
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of new stuff coming out.
I guess
The
so.
resurgence of folk music. Has that impacted you in
yeah.
any way?
Joe's all about it.
yeah. No, I think if anything, one thing that has been more to me would be a shift from Death Clock and my re-entrance and listening to a lot more metal than I used to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Same with me.
that's been in the last 5 years for sure.
Death Clock has changed my life. As has this new rap artist named Riff Raff. I'm obsessed with Riff Raff at the
I
moment.
bet you are.
As well as D. Ontward.
Why don't you
All up in
pronounce
the
it how like
interweb.
everybody knows that band?
Well, those people don't know how to pronounce
It's-
it. So the correct way of pronouncing D. Ontward's name would be D. Ontward.
How about you tell us
What do
how
people
they're
think it
commonly
is?
referred to, Seth?
People think it's Die Antwoord because it's spelled DIEANTWOORD. But I'm not going to be responsible for people ignorantly enunciating things incorrectly. So it's D. Ontward.
Well, thanks.
Sure.
Just making sure people know who you're talking about. That's all.
Yeah, well, the people will know. They know now.
That's that. Thinking about that question, for me, kind of makes me feel bad because I don't know. It's definitely been an incredibly busy 5 years for me, but like I don't know if I could really speak to a whole lot of new bands I've gotten into. One would definitely be Red Fang, and that's only been in the last couple of years, or the last year really. They're pretty kick-ass. Maynard from Tool, of course, has Pussifer, and I've enjoyed that stuff quite a bit, especially the latest full-length album, Conditions of My Parole.
Heard any of that actually?
I've gotten into Uncle Tupelo a lot.
I never
Kind
heard
of,
of that. What is that?
It's from the early '90s. It's like,
He's changing the light there. Sorry.
yeah, it's bright as fuck.
I'll beat your fucking head against it until you get it from
Whoa.
the table. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, Uncle Tupelo's early '90s. Some people call it like cow punk because it's like got some kind of like fast punk type beats to it, but it's it's got kind of a rockabilly,
Oh, gotcha.
folk kind of feel to it, and yeah, it's something that my roommates used to listen to. That
You ever heard of the Rockabilly Moon Explosion?
yeah,
Oh, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
I like them a lot. I don't know.
I think I've gotten into Against Me in the last 5 years, probably.
Oh yeah,
I like them.
I like them too.
I think they're pretty much done, or at least.
Oh, 3 Inches of Blood.
Three.
That's another band.
Is that a
Yeah, that's a metal band.
metal band?
They have the 2 singers, the screamer and the growler.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just saw this metal band the other day. They were from LA. They were called Sangre. It was like weird because these dudes came out looking like they were like hardcore rap Mexican guys, and then it was like some pretty heavy metal
Oh,
shit.
nice.
And I think I got a concussion from them. I just want to show them. So again, going back to the album a year release, or yeah, at least you tried to. What kind of drives you to do that, or what inspiration do you have like that keeps you going to keep the Biff dream alive?
I assume that question is directed towards me.
Yeah.
I mean, all of you guys.
Yeah, that'd
You
be-
are all Biff,
Well, I'm definitely the one pushing for an album a year.
but
And Dave is the reason we're probably still together. I think if me and Seth had a reason, we'd just stay home every Monday.
Well, so we reformed in 2007, and yeah, I was living in a house that had a recording studio, so it was like real accessible, and I think life was just a bit simpler back then, and it was
Well,
easy.
you didn't have so much school and shit.
Yeah, I didn't have as much school and career stuff going on, and I don't know, like.
I'm still working white guy hours.
You don't have school anymore, though.
but you seem to have like school ever since I've known you, dude,
Yeah, I go to school a lot.
and getting hit by people in
Yeah,
vehicles.
I go to school a lot. I get hit by cars a lot, and I masturbate a lot. So
That's
there you go.
I mean, whatever helps you.
Frequent activities of Seth Yannicone.
Yeah. One notable thing that I just thought of that happened in the last 5 years, though, is that Refused came to Denver and played a show, and it was pretty cool. I think it was at the Gothic or the
It was
Ogden.
the Ogden.
It was the Ogden. It's a good show. I know that's a long time Biff
Inspiration.
influence,
Yeah,
and to have
definitely.
them come to Denver, that might have been the first time they ever came to Denver. The only time they ever came to Denver.
Can we pause for just a second there, Seth?
Sure.
I've been meaning to confront you on something. You were just tapping your foot a little bit, which is fine, but when we recorded our the podcast before this one. You sat. I don't know if you noticed, but you sat there and snapped your earplug case, open close the entire fucking time that you talked, and it was incredibly annoying. And I had to try to edit as much of it out as I could.
Which podcast?
Was it the Chronicles of Seth?
Yeah, your stories.
Because there was like some clicking. I was like, "What is
like,
this?" The whole time.
Okay, I don't recall that. It was obviously an unconscious twitch because I don't remember.
Yeah, well, that's why I wanted you to be aware of it so that we wouldn't have any noises. Yeah, that's right. Stand still.
That was not me.
Okay, so anyway, back to the question. I don't know, like, I
think it just happened. For like 2 years or 3 years, we made like an album a year because we were just pumping out the songs like there was no tomorrow. And then you were just like, hey,
this is a good production rate.
Let's keep this going.
Let's force it.
And then me and Seth were like, we don't give a fuck.
I think there's definitely some truth to that, for sure. But for large portions of...
The amount of shit that is coming out of Seth's guitar was not going to keep up with.
At this point, we have been reformed for 6 years. Almost 6 years. Biff is just, this is just me. Like, I'm a very artistic person, and I have to be, like, constantly creating something.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of creative outlets with the video. Like, Biff is just a source of it's a gold mine of like creativity. You can do so much different stuff with it.
No gear or speakers to play through. Never mind. We'll just film a fucking episode.
That's what we did today.
Nice.
Filmed our first 5 minutes.
Granted, we haven't done a 5 minutes with Biff in a very long time.
It's been about 14 months.
It's been way more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, wow.
And that was a blissful time, let me tell you.
To
not have to worry about walking into the practice space and have a camera in your face.
Yes.
The 5 minutes
Surprise!
with Biff are pretty fun though, and that's what I always tell people to Biff as is it's a fun project band.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hello,
I think
Dave.
it's just like I think that's what makes you guys pretty good and like successful as a trio is that mostly it seems like you guys are having a lot of fun.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
and
it's definitely more fun than anything.
It is, and I don't know, like I think it's, so I'm kind of repeating myself here, but it's an outlet for my my artistic need to create, and for so many areas, like for my video production, for my music, for, I don't know, what's this, radio personality.
What?
Radio personality, like podcasting.
Oh, is that a radio personality?
I think so.
I think that's just like...
You act the same on that as you do normally.
Yeah, it's not like...
Hi, I'm Dave Peterson here. We're gonna...
Maybe if I go into
Davey Peterson.
go into my lower register, warm up to the mic. So yeah, that's about it, I guess.
And in
It's kind of a challenge.
Yeah.
It's become a challenge to do an album a year. Before, it didn't seem like it was that big a deal.
So speaking of the album of year, Biff does Texas.
Don't hold your breath.
Well, I
You
mean,
can hold your
it's
breath.
supposed to be like it's been years in the making.
Yeah.
It has
don't hold your breath.
You guys,
the
I don't believe Seth will allow this to continue until he has a physical album of Biff or Die in his hand.
oh yeah, that's the other
Those
one I
have been
have
my
been waiting for
terms.
Biff or
Yeah.
Die.
I think that is our best song. Those are our best batch of songs to date.
Biff or Die
Biff or
is
Die.
pretty amazing.
Yeah, the whole album itself,
And
except for a few notable add-ins because we needed to fill the album up or something. That I can't even play the songs anymore because I played them, learned them in 5 minutes, and we never played them again.
Well, isn't that the Biff
Those are
tradition
still
to
good
get like
songs.
songs
Not that they're
that
bad
you
songs, yeah.
can't play ever again?
We
Well,
have
there's like
done
half
that.
of them on that album I can't remember how to play.
Biff Returns is pretty much completely full of those.
many
Biff
of my
Warriors,
favorite-
come on, man.
Many of my favorite Biff songs we don't play.
Like one. What the hell is
Some
that
of them are
song?
just because we have lost the equipment.
Let's get a Biff Warriors version 2 then.
Like, we don't have the pedal anymore to play a certain song.
You got enough shit on that pedal if it works that we can make something that sounds similar to Biff.
Yeah. So I guess, I don't know. My excuses are failing me here. So
Yeah, I agree.
But I would like Biff or Die. I would like a physical copy of Biff or Die
which will be coming.
So would I.
before we
So-
start recording.
Honey Bunches of Death, never be able to play that song.
Oh, I like that song.
I like it too, and I cannot
I thought-
fucking remember how
I
to
thought
play
we
it.
played
I gotta
it-
stop.
There's a program that you can plug in your CD to, and like it'll read back your, like it's separates.
Oh, I know the notes. It's knowing the order because I can never freaking remember. Just because we
Well, I
don't
mean,
practice
it puts it out in sheet music for you, so there's an order.
Is
That-
it tab? I can't
Yeah,
read
if-
sheet music.
Oh, well, I mean,
We're not real
We're
musicians.
some real musicians.
you could take a lesson for God's sakes, Joe. It's been
Yeah.
how long have you been doing this now?
I play what sounds good.
But yeah, Biff Does Texas has been the
is-
title was first uttered by chance by
Steve Winger.
Steve Winger, who was
in
playing
in an episode, actually in one
Studio-
of the Studio Diaries.
Studio Diaries. Yeah, we were filming that and just kind of ad-libbing the scene where Joe was asleep in bed, and he's just like, Biff Does Texas is going to be sweet. And we just thought
Next
that was
album.
hilarious. So now, like, 4 years later, we're still talking about, like,
Yeah.
calling an album that because we had a few other ones lined
And
up.
he would
but-
like to be on that album.
Yeah, he will be.
So we'll have to come up with something.
All before the end of the year.
His
Oh,
guitar
before the end of the
stylings
year.
will
Look
grace
forward
the
in
album.
late December.
Excellent. Yeah, I believe at your bachelor party we discussed me doing some yodeling as well.
Oh, well. I
Wow,
can't-
this
I
album's
can't-
packed full of guest stars.
I can't dispute that. That's for sure.
Yeah, that was
On the
fun.
cover, they'll have to say featuring whoever's on there.
What was I gonna say?
Good question, David.
Something
Can't
about an
answer.
album by the end of the year.
Biff
2
Does
probably.
Oh, so like, I think that part of the reason why that's funny to me, at least, is like there's the classic porno movie Debbie Does Dallas.
Mhm.
Is
That's
that
what-
kind of
yes,
what
that
it's?
is
I
the
think
play.
that's pretty much the
Yeah.
yeah.
Now you just struck upon what everybody else in this room knew years before.
Long
No.
ago.
I've known this for years too, but I'm just saying, like, that's why it's kind
Okay,
of
for
funny.
you
It's like-
listeners out there who didn't get the joke.
So obviously you got a lot of projects you were talking about. You guys each have your own little side projects, and you and Dave or Seth, my bad, Seth and Dave are. And
No side project.
you have nothing going on. I thought you were doing that other thing.
What other thing?
Once upon a
Weren't you
time,
playing
maybe.
something? I thought you were playing with
Oh
somebody
yeah,
else.
you're playing the upright
With
bass.
the-
Oh
Standard
yeah, we
bass.
were. Yeah, no, that's long gone.
That was 5
well, I'm
years
sorry
ago.
to bring up old memories, Joe.
No, that's all right. That's all right. My yeah, that. Fuck, I don't have any time to do anything.
Like, how do you guys feel about like that kind of influencing or maybe being counterproductive against the Biff project?
I don't see how.
Because obviously,
well-
like you guys' other thing, Remember the Radio is like there's doesn't sound anything alike, but
The biggest thing that's hindering me is school and my new job and things, and just my career path. I just don't have much time these days. So
I would, my first reaction to that question was no, because we just, for the longest time, like, just would show up and, play with Remember the Radio, and, our singer John writes the songs, and we just kind of learn and play them. But it's been interesting that in the last, 6 months, as radio has picked up and we've done a couple albums and started playing shows and all this stuff, I feel like the scales have tipped, and
as far as
Remember the Radio is just doing a whole lot right now, and Biff
Oh.
kind of, there's a month there we didn't even see each other,
Remember the Radio is demanding more and more time than it used to.
yeah.
I see.
No complaints from this end of the table.
Would you guys like to play some shows? I mean, as Biff, we
Yeah,
haven't seen a show in a while.
You know,
When was the last one? I don't
it's
even
funny.
remember.
I was looking at our
Bushwhackers.
Was it? That's
We
not
did.
an option.
Yeah,
Was
well,
it?
that's
Damn, that
we
was like a
played
year ago.
mini Bushwhackers shows.
Yeah, there's been a bunch.
But I was looking at
Bushwhackers is
the
like band
the
group,
history
yeah.
show history list, and
The band was.
the last 3 years we've done 3 shows a year.
Wow.
Oh no!
So we
We gotta get 3 in
we
before
gotta
the
get
end
3 in
of
before the end of the
December.
year. You see how this works? We establish patterns and we go with them.
That can happen, guys. We can make that happen. What's your favorite place to play now that you guys have had like a bunch of experience?
Red Rocks is pretty dope.
That'd be pretty incredible,
Yeah.
but I have yet to see you guys at Red Rocks on any of the bills.
I think
Well, we had a show there.
in
but
some reality,
Oh,
we
right.
we were gonna play in the parking lot.
That's right, that's right.
In our TV egos. I love playing Lions Lair.
Yeah, Lions Lair's rad. We played with vitamins at the Lions Lair.
How does it take?
weird.
I think the Lerner
vitamins
Lounge is
and
cool.
shots before.
Actually, you know what? PT.
Oh, Inferno.
Well,
Yeah,
PT's Club
PT's
Inferno.
PT's Club Inferno, but
That was-
that's for other reasons.
No, that was a fun venue though.
It was.
It was.
I always had a good
Like
time.
overall,
playing
that
those
was
shows.
there was always a pretty good.
Like they had a
crowd
great
regardless.
PA.
Yeah.
Yep, it sounded good.
Yeah.
I got clocked in the head with a stiletto. Got a free strip dance out of it and everything.
For anyone that doesn't know, this was a downstairs was a strip club and upstairs was a venue we did several shows at. Thanks to Izzy. I believe you
Yeah.
hooked us up with all those shows.
Sound guy always liked us.
Yeah, I still have his number. He's doing nothing now. He was supposed to be opening some new place, and that never happened.
I can't believe
I think
I've
my
developed-
favorite place was
Oh,
probably
thank you.
Three Kings.
I can't believe I've developed a nervous twitch.
Oh, actually, if you guys want to play a show at Three Kings, we might be able to do that for you guys.
Yeah, hook it up.
Oh, yeah,
That is a
three-
great place too.
Yeah, they have the fucking beer trough in the
Yeah.
back. That was
Cool little room with all the pictures and
Yeah.
bands and
Filled my
shit.
backpack with them. It was great.
Disgusting ass
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they have
There's
this
They had
always
like
the-
a little
the
back
band
room
cooler,
where
yeah.
the
Yeah, I
bands
remember the
hang
little
out.
back
With a bunch
room.
of
Yeah,
cheap
there's
beer
always
back there.
there's always a
Yeah.
cooler of Rolling Stones
The
back
bucket
there.
of
Rolling Rocks, whatever.
when we were there, it was canned. Bucket. There was
There was
just
like-
like
there was
shitty
like-
canned
Yeah,
beer.
Yeah,
Pabst and some
I don't
other
think
stuff.
it was even Rolling Rock. That would have been way too
That's about their deal now.
good. Really.
They got pinball machines there and shit.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay.
You can't hate on a place that.
So I don't want to get off topic here, guys.
Sorry.
But I have some input on your ongoing debate, your ice cream debate.
Oh wow, this is like a subject that's
This is-
very near and dear
Unfortunately,
to
this has already
Seth.
been solved.
It hasn't been solved because you cheated. You
I
punk.
just-
How did I cheat?
I just thought of it because the Three Kings Tavern is right by the.
It is right next to
Sweet
Sweet
Action.
Action. That's what makes Sweet Action so incredible is its location plus its flavors, and they don't cheat with their goddamn flavors either by adding cherries to a pistachio ice cream.
They can add whatever they want to their pistachio ice cream.
Okay,
It's
hold on,
still
Mike.
won't be
I think
good
the
enough.
people listening need backstory.
Yeah, we can't forget about the one or two people that are going to hear this.
Right, but this is like one of the few
While you
things
describe that,
I'm
I'm gonna go to my
actually
car and get you other $4 for the rent.
Okay, you do that,
We've
Joe.
got an
Thank you.
ongoing feud about the best ice cream in town.
In
Bonnie
Denver.
Bray versus Sweet Action.
Right.
I say Bonnie Bray because they have this pistachio flavored ice cream, which is absolutely incredible.
Please like for Sweet Action. Please share for Bonnie Bray.
So I've had Bonnie Bray several times in the past, and I just had Sweet Action for the first time the other night. And I could see pros and cons on both sides. Like, for Sweet Action, the location is great. They do not stay open year round.
They don't because
Which
who
is,
the hell eats ice cream in the goddamn middle of winter when there's
Well-
an open window?
Well,
I do.
No, you don't.
I eat ice cream all the time.
Prove it.
I eat ice
Alright.
cream in the winter for sure.
I mean, so do I, but still.
I thought that they had perhaps more unique and interesting flavors in Sweet Action.
So does Seth.
They just don't taste.
Wait,
as
what? Bonnie
interesting.
Bray has more?
No, it's sweet
Sweet
action. Like,
Oh,
they
I
had
was
some
gonna say,
kind of
Bonnie
like
Bray has like
they had some kind of
their variation of vanilla, chocolate, pistachio, and the what's that one you're always raving about? The
Grand Marnier
the
chocolate
Grand
chip
Marnier,
is really
yeah.
good.
It does
Really,
sound
really
fancy.
Good. It's amazing.
it's.
They have some pretty
I'm not saying they're not
interesting
good.
flavors.
I'm just saying sweet action is on another level.
Well, but
When Bonnie
our
Bray-
panel of taste testers
When Bonnie Bray,
said different.
those guys were all very drunk.
Wait, there was a.
I'm just saying, we set up a blind taste test.
Right, with the cheating ass
No.
pistachio ice cream.
It's Bonnie Bray's pistachio ice cream is
With
dressed
cherries.
up, but it's pistachio ice cream. It's not my fault. Sweet Action just has some plain ass average pistachio ice cream.
Real pistachio ice cream, yes. That's what I like about it.
We
Because
could
they describe their flavors as they are, Seth.
Rita suggested that we set this up again with like vanilla and chocolate, and I said that's a great idea.
That is a damn good idea because their vegan chocolate is freaking amazing.
Well, no, we'll just do regular vanilla and chocolate because
Well, then you won't be
Bonnie
able to
Bray
eat it.
doesn't have. I know, but I don't need
Exactly,
to. I
there's
already know
another-
which one's better.
There's another.
Bonnie
reason
Bray
they're
doesn't
better.
have vegan, which is a
Well, there you go.
downfall because I have problems with milk. It makes me throw up out of my ass. So I have to eat. So I eat vegan ice cream.
Welcome back, Joe.
But we should do it.
That's fair.
So, anyway, like my opinion, I thought, Bonnie Bray's just seemed creamier. Creamier.
And that's
Discussing
what you
the higher
want with
points
ice
of ice
cream, is
cream.
it not?
Yeah, like that creaminess that just penetrates you to your soul. You
Yeah.
just say, oh.
This could get sexual.
Penetrate straight to the G spot.
Yeah.
Little prostate massage.
So, it's a close call, man, but
Texture wise, I will give them that.
yeah.
Flavor wise, they just.
I had their Butterfinger peanut butter
Who's Butterfinger peanut?
sweet
butter?
action.
Bonnie Bray doesn't even have a
I-
Butterfinger
but-
peanut
That
butter.
You know,
doesn't
like-
even sound like a
There,
good
right there
combination.
alone.
They
Well,
don't-
but to me it was
Butterfinger peanut butter?
just
That's
like
too
peanut
much
butter ice
butter.
cream. I didn't.
Yeah,
really,
that's what it
I didn't
is.
really get much peanut.
Because it's the peanut butter that they use for the Butterfinger is what it is.
What?
The crispy weird shit that they call peanut butter that's in the Butterfinger.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
It's not like real peanut butter.
Gotcha.
That's why it's called Butterfinger.
Yeah, the Butterfinger peanut
Peanut
butter.
buttery, crispity, crunchy,
Get your
Butterfinger.
finger.
Did you ever listen to the fucking ad?
Yeah.
Bart Simpson used to do ads for them.
Yeah, Nancy Cartwright.
Well, anyway,
What's the next big thing for Biff? When does Biff go to space?
Biff goes to space.
Hey, if Macheta can make it to space, Biff can go to space too.
Within the next 10 years.
All right. Oh, Seth.
What?
Before this decade is out, we will put Biff on the moon.
We're gonna answer that question, Izzy, but
Return them safely back to Earth.
really quickly. I was camping this weekend
Uh-huh.
in Winter Park,
Okay.
and we saw the Milky Way.
Where the fuck have
Oh,
you
it's
been?
good.
Is that the first time you've ever
Is that
seen
really
it?
the first time you've ever noticed
I
it?
think so, because like I just thought it was clouds. Like it just looked like clouds, and then Matt's like,
Oh man.
"Whoa, it's the Milky Way."
You
do.
say it like that?
People do.
Whoa!
Well, not quite,
I'm
but
Keanu Reeves camping.
See,
Look at the Milky Way.
I have a problem with calling a constellation the Milky Way.
It's not a
no, it wasn't
constellation.
it was the fucking galaxy.
Yeah.
So where are we right now?
We're in.
Fuck,
Oh
here
my
we
god.
go.
Where,
Holy
where are we standing?
We're in.
Where is that pole
Seth and his
located?
little
Where is this
fucking
window?
Translations.
I see the Milky Way right now. It's not even dark outside. So
So if I go and stand outside and say I'm looking at the Earth, I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong.
Or if I look,
Just
if I
as-
look at this floor, am I looking at the Earth?
this is on Earth.
And it was
Which
made
is
out of
in the
Earth.
Yeah, so
Milky
he's
Way.
looking at the Milky Way, which we are in, on the part that we can see.
I'm talking like specifically that I could see the like clusters of stars that appear to look like clouds because it's so many billions of stars so far away. But it's what the ancients or whoever named it the Milky Way saw and looked like a.
I'm pretty sure it was Hershey's.
Hershey's?
They named it the Milky
The
Way.
Milky Way.
Anyway,
Actually, the
Mars,
Mars company,
Mars.
we can continue that later.
which alone in itself. Is
What's next for Biff? Okay.
I want to hear what Seth thinks of this. I want to know where
This
what
is
his-
ridiculous.
What do you think you're looking at when you see that cloud formation in the sky?
It may very well be part of the Milky Way.
That's exactly what you're saying.
When I'm
man.
looking outside, I'm only seeing part of the Earth, but you just said it was okay for me to say I'm looking at the Earth.
You're seeing part of the Earth. But guess what? You're also seeing part of the Milky Way. You're
Yeah.
also seeing part of the solar system.
Yeah.
So
it's okay for Dave to say I saw the Milky Way.
but you didn't see the entire Milky Way.
No.
And I just didn't see the entire Earth, but you just claimed it was okay if I look outside and say I'm looking at the Earth.
You're looking at part of the Earth.
Okay, so you were wrong in saying I was okay earlier.
No, I meant you were not okay.
Okay.
You would be okay in
I'm just
assuming
trying to want you to get
that
your
you're
story
putting at
straight.
part of the Earth.
Because
No,
we can
we're
play
straight.
this back and see exactly where you went wrong.
That's fine.
I
We're
believe Dave
straight.
is okay in saying that he saw the Milky Way because it's
The
what we can see
Milky
from
Way.
it. He didn't see the entire Milky Way. He wasn't
Yeah.
sitting in Andromeda going, "Hey, look, it's the Milky Way."
No, yeah, you couldn't see the entire Milky Way from here because we're practically
in it!
in the center of it.
No,
Almost.
we're not.
No,
We're
Not even
close
close
to
to
the
the
center.
center.
Okay, so I've
No,
We're
learned.
just off center from.
I've
the
learned a
bullshit.
lesson.
No, not.
I need to be
bullshit.
very literal
Where are we
with
located
how
at?
I say things in front
I
of
can
Seth.
point it out. to you
Seth,
if
I
you-
was
if you
camping
gave me
and I
what we
saw a
think the
portion
Milky
of the
Way is.
Milky Way
I know what you mean.
because there was.
It's a common misconception.
Okay.
And I know what you mean. That must have been an amazing view. I certainly would have appreciated it had I been there.
Okay.
As
So
you
it-
very well know, I am an avid stargazer.
Yeah. That's why I brought it up to you, sir.
Well,
In
thank you
short,
for sharing.
what's next for Biff is more
You would
disagreements and complaints like this while we're at band practice trying to play a song.
You know, it'd be kind of funny is if like you two went in the next room and like we all like said what we thought was next for Biff like individually to see how
we could possibly
So-
do that.
so-
Funny.
Or you
who's
could do
first?
that all at once. Do the thing.
in my mind we're gonna do this Biff Does Texas album in the next month or so. It'll be done before the end of the year, no problem. Because we're gonna keep it a little bit simpler this time.
Do you have anything done with it at all?
Yeah, we've recorded 4 songs. Most of them probably need to be redone, but it's a good start.
So in other words, we haven't done it. We recorded 4 bad takes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But they sounded good. Like the quality was good, so you know it's not going to be too bad. We're doing a faster thing now because we're recording everything live, and then doing like vocal overdubs and guitar overdubs, maybe. So so it's just going to be kind of a simpler approach, you know, like a little bit quicker. And I'm going to try not to spend like however many years mixing it, like I did with Biff or Die. So that, and then like you know, we just recorded the first Biff or 5 Minutes with Biff episode in like a year today. So hopefully we'll pick that up so we can finish season 2 sometime in the next 3 or 6 months. I don't know. We only need like 5 more episodes for season 2.
You can knock those out.
I
I
got-
don't know. I must say, Dave, I'm not really complaining, but this latest episode we've been filming needs a bit more funny.
The one we did today?
Indeed.
All right.
You got to make sure whatever
Yeah.
Chad says in that recording is funny.
Are you saying?
Okay.
You
I'm
Right.
liking the Shyster and Shyster, or Shyster and Goldstein. and
Well,
Shyster
Joe,
or something.
you do some thinking on that.
You just you just mention it to Mike, and he will know exactly what you're talking about because he's aware of the funniness involved.
Yeah. So what do you guys think's up coming up for Biff?
Joe?
I'm very excited that the current baseball season is almost over, and I will be allowed to park in the fucking parking lot in front of our practice space without having a goddamn Rockies game going on, and I can just park there and not have to walk to my car. That's what's next in store as far as I'm concerned with Biff. In a nice, glorious, cold winter season where we get to freeze our ass off and Dave bitches about his cymbals being cold and possibly breaking again.
Yeah, I'm just.
Which he's going to need to get some more cymbals here pretty soon if this is the case.
I'm just gonna start bringing them home every day. Cause yeah, it's like
Just don't forget them.
freezing in our practice space. I don't even turn the heat on until December.
No, they turned it on around March. I think that's when they got it on last year.
It,
Well,
did,
there
it
was-
wasn't
It
working.
was like 90 degrees outside and the heat came on.
It was
Yeah,
broken.
it wasn't working for the whole season, pretty much.
And we pretty much don't have a window.
Yes,
We have
do.
a hole in the wall, but there's just
We have
like
a window for
Oh,
chicks walking by to see Seth humping his guitar.
yeah, that was the best.
Busting up over
That was the
recording
best
his
part about we were recording a few weeks ago those takes we mentioned earlier, and there's a song called "It's a Trap," and Seth like just gets like feedback at the beginning of the song, and he tends to like he does a little
He is
dance and like
gyrating and
gyrates and like just kind of goes nuts, and like these two girls were walking by down the street, and they were Joe put it the best. It was like they were assaulted on like several of their senses were simultaneously assaulted, like vision and the hearing.
And I didn't even see like their final reaction because I busted up so fucking.
They were laughing so
I
hard,
couldn't
and
see the whole
like
time we were playing that song.
it's so hard to keep going when they're laughing, but we got through it. And
Especially when you don't know what we're laughing.
It's not because I can't see out the window from the drum set, so I don't know what they're laughing at, and they're always looking out, and I'm very jealous. I can't see what's happening down there.
It was as if they were sexually assaulted, but I never even touched them.
Yeah.
Good job, Seth.
It was
It was
amazing.
fucking hilarious.
I,
There are a few other things that have happened. That window has caused a lot of hilarity. I'll give
Yeah.
you that.
Yeah.
I busted up several times just glancing out.
I didn't even think you could look into those windows.
You
Oh,
can't
yeah,
really
you
see
can.
them,
I don't know if you
though.
can.
Once the sun starts going down, you can see clearly there because they have a light on. But
yeah.
but like during the day, how close they were, they could definitely see what Seth was doing.
So go, Seth. What is...
I predict Biff turns into a comedy troupe.
Oh, we're off to a great start with that idea.
Thanks, guys.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
comedy troupe.
And that's what you have
What
to
the
look
fuck does
forward
that
to.
even mean?
Like a comedy group.
Like, yeah,
Kids in the hall,
like
like
a sketch comedy
Yeah.
trio.
whitest kids you know.
Second City.
The
You could
whitest
even
kids,
call
like-
Saturday Night Live. a
Well,
comedy.
we're
I
kind
don't
of
know about
already
actually,
that
really.
You know?
in
Sure.
some ways, but we're more of a
Yeah,
band.
more
We're
Right.
like 50-50 maybe.
We just need to add some.
Depends on the day.
We just need to add some humor into the mix, and then we'll be there.
Oh, because nothing we do is funny at all. Nothing I write for these episodes is funny at all. Lacking in funny, as Joe put it.
Yeah. I think it's getting there. It's just can't be taken. It can't be taken lightly. That's all. 'Cause I'm not gonna watch anything that's not funny.
Well, I definitely could use some help because it always helps to bounce ideas off people, and
Agreed.
then you come up with
We're
like
just running out of real life funny
like the-
experiences
the-
to film 5 minutes with Biff off of.
right the monkey that's going to be in today's one, the little
Yeah.
drummer monkey, was originally a metronome, but Matt gave me some notes. So there you go. You see.
Zombie.
Did you want to drink that beer? What the fuck?
That's a good pour. I like it.
Jesus Christ, Dave.
I like Seth's Crispus pour.
Will there be a Biff beer soon?
Several years ago when I was gone.
Did you just hear Izzy's question?
Is there going to be a
I
Biff
guess
what?
this is more for
Another
Dave since
Biffmas
he's the
album?
brewer.
That's
Oh,
up to-
that is
oh.
actually what one of my questions was. Is when are we gonna have a Biffmas or Biff holiday reunion type of deal?
I was just thinking about that the other day.
That would be spectacular.
I get tempted to do that every year.
I listen to it every year, and I introduce
You
it
know-
to new people every year, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
If that's the response, then I think we've done our job.
So have I, man.
That's great.
Well,
Feels
It's a Christmas
too soon.
cock!
Feels too soon to be talking about Christmas.
It's already. You're gonna be late
Your
by the
Halloween
time.
candy's out, buddy. It's Christmas time.
They already have
Sure.
decorations out at like major retailers.
Christmas decorations?
Oh yeah, man. It's
are you
horrible.
kidding me?
No,
Mm.
maybe. I don't know. I haven't been in the
They
store
got
for
shit
a while.
going on at Walmart.
I'm sure they
Well-
have something at Kohl's already.
I heard somebody singing "Let It Snow Today," and I was like,
The only time it really gets me,
What
like
the fuck
early,
is
is when I start hearing all those damn Christmas and July commercials. And then I'm like, oh man, Christmas. That
Christmas
sounds
is on
great.
the way. It's like 6
Well,
months
screw
away.
that, I haven't even got to like.
I just don't think that I'm young enough and immature enough and to.
"Sorry, Joe."
Okay, well, it doesn't have to be like a Biffmas, like the original Biffmas. What about a more serious
A Biff Carol.
take? A Biff take. Yeah.
John Dickinson.
Biff missed too.
Or, wait, what?
Christmas
Wait,
Carol.
what was that guy's name?
Like let it Biff, let it
Ooh.
Biff, let it Biff.
Who wrote Christmas Carol?
Dickinson.
Dickinson.
Yeah.
What was his first name?
Charles.
Charles, not John.
John Dickens.
All right.
This is close.
Oh God, you want to get the cameras out for that? Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah,
Well,
Jesus Christ! That's why
I
we
guess
celebrate Christmas, buddy.
Says it
Right,
have to,
sir?
says it have to be Scrooge
Fine.
or Tiny Tim.
Right. Both seem fitting.
Well,
We'd have to pull everybody we knew to make that fucking movie.
That would be amazing. That's why it's like a Biffmas Christmas reunion type deal, because you're pretty much gonna call out the whole neighborhood.
Or we could all play multiple roles, like Eddie Murphy style.
That's true too.
Yes, yeah.
well, that's something to think about.
I've thought about
I call
it.
Tiny Tim and Scrooge.
Well,
Like,
we'd have to substitute
that would
Scrooge. Whoever the character of Scrooge is going to be Biff.
One thing I would like to do, and I haven't mentioned this to these guys yet, but
Are you
Roll
ready?
out
Set?
the red carpet.
Thank
Yeah.
God I'm
think
fucking
we
sitting
always-
down and wearing my boots.
I think we always unleash something that Dave has not talked about with you guys
Yeah.
during these.
I'd like to make a documentary of us recording this Biffcast Texas album.
They could be pretty monumental.
Mm-hmm. No comment.
You
It would
already
just be
failed
like-
because you didn't film the first part of it.
Well, apparently none of that counted. But yeah, that would have been. I wish I
You
would
want to do a
have.
VH1 behind the music thing?
Yeah, we started doing that once behind the Biff. I interviewed you.
I thought that was like where the kind of the 5 minutes or the Biff episodes kind of
If
spawned
we
off.
do
from,
anything
wasn't it?
like that, we're going to have to get a narrator. It doesn't matter if it's one of us doing a stupid voice or not.
A narrator would be good. I don't know, like Biff is a wild stallion. You just got to see where it takes you.
That is an amazing
And it,
Bill and Ted reference
and
right there, Dave. Wild Stallions! Rufus!
It's got a big dick and it humps what it wants. And
Except for Dave, because he's married.
speaking of metaphors, metaphors.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware.
The name of the album after Biff does Texas.
Biff fucks what he wants.
The Wild Stallions.
Biff fucks what he wants.
Is that going to
Well,
be the?
the other thing,
Just a
Seth.
suggestion.
That would be a good title for the Biff rap album. That
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. I was
There you
just
go.
about to bring that up. Biff, Biff raps. That is. That's been in our minds for.
Actually,
at least
Ever.
5 years. Yeah.
that's fine. I've been inspired lately by
Yeah?
the one called Riff Raff.
Shy One's gonna reemerge.
Possibly, but probably not.
Do you know what Shy One is?
No.
Shy One is Seth's
That's
rap
my pseudonym.
alter ego.
Hip hop handle.
Yep.
You know when we like the first thing we ever recorded was this album, and it was called Alter Egos. It was this rap album. I think you were part of it too. I think Corey Jensen helped me record some of the beats for it.
I
That was me and
never heard
my
of this.
brother and my cousin.
Corey Digital.
Corey? No, at that time he put it down as DJ CJ.
Ooh,
DJ
clever, clever.
Sorry.
Core smack.
Yeah,
DJ
I'd like to hear some of
Core
that.
Out.
sample.
He's gonna be out of the core March 22nd.
Oh, nice. That'd be
So
weird.
yeah, Biff Raps could be coming up here. We've actually already recorded 2 tracks for that album.
What?
We have.
The music, like the drums and bass demos, I guess.
Is it live instrument or are you doing
I don't know. I think we should just do some easy drummer.
Easy drummer's pretty tight.
Yeah, it just seems more fitting to the genre.
Easy drummer is almost too realistic sounding though.
Well, you could probably do a lot of stuff with it. How far
Biff
away?
or Die 2. Like
and
Skate or Die. You know, there's
Right.
multiple Skate or Dies.
I think there's only 2.
I always had this vision of an album cover for Biff or Die, and it never materialized, and I'm kind of bitter about it.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Are you like involved in a lot of the creative process, Seth, with the covers?
Sure. My idea was to have like a girl,
Oh, he's
a little
involved.
girl, a young child, girl or boy.
So you're going back to like Korn?
No, this is gonna be
Oh,
not a animated picture, a photograph of a child, like on the ground crying with a skinned knee and a skateboard nearby. That's what I wanted the album cover to be.
Oh, I see.
Or just the Skate or Die album cover with one of our heads superimposed.
which is what the CD is going to be, by the way.
I thought the CD was going to be just a picture of our gear in the room.
No.
That's
it's a liner.
that's the album,
Okay.
dude. It's on biffnet.com.
Well,
I remember
I haven't been on that website in years.
I took a picture of your head one day,
You did?
if you remember,
Yeah,
and I
was there.
No.
and I
I
put
don't.
it on the Skate or Die thing by your
Okay.
request.
I'm totally
And-
happy.
And we're gonna do what you wanted for the Biff Does Texas cover.
What was that?
A picture of your fucking bicycle.
That makes
There's
no fucking sense.
Well, that's what you wanted.
Okay.
If that's not what you want anymore, you gotta let me know, and I'll start thinking of something good.
You're venturing into Remember the Radio territory there.
Not making
With-
any sense.
With the strange, odd, artistic stuff.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, okay.
Are you okay with that? Because
We've
you
got
could
2
tell it's a
minutes
bi-
and 20 seconds.
You're okay with that because you can tell it's a bicycle and not being able to tell it's a
We gotta wrap this shit up, fellas.
Okay,
I think, yeah.
for those of you who have actually listened, thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
For those of you who
Thanks.
have not,
To Joanne, thanks to
Jerry.
Cherry and Rita, and possibly Alvord. You guys are the
There's always
best.
at
so
least
lucky.
6 listens if you go on the YouTubes.
Possibly.
Maybe
That might
includes
just be
mine, though.
me.
You clicking on it to see how many listens there are.
Oh, I mean, it pops up right away.
No, but so you might not realize it, but we've established a pattern here tonight. That means every 5 years and 5 days, you're going to interview us. So we'll
So,
see you in-
September 14th, 2018.
Wow.
Look forward to it, guys.
wow.
Oh,
Mark that.
Marking my calendar.
Mark that down on your smartphone.
Yeah.
Well,
Again, like for that shit and share for sweet action. Thanks, guys.
for the Biff Podcast, I'm Dave.
Bonnie Bray in the house. I'm Seth.
I'm going to view the Milky Way tonight. I'm Joe.
It'll be easy. All you have to do is open your eyes.
And it's been Izzy.
It's been Izzy.
Benizzi?
Been Izzy.
Been Izzy.
Biffnet.com.